Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to day 2, a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Finger points to the sky for episode number 224 today. Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are doing well and packing lots of tots. That's what is the ideal situation for us lot as FIFA lovers. Now, do me a huge favour at the start of the episode. Smash the thumbs up. 4,000 likes would be insane. You see how sad I look? It's because you haven't hit the like button. No, I have some red eyes because I think getting outside a little bit today, hay fever really started to hit me. So it might be that time of year where I have particularly red eyes whilst filming. And also I've been staring at the screen without blinking because I forget to blink sometimes, I think, when I'm playing Foot Champs. So apologies for that, but we move on. Make sure you subscribe, obviously, to the channel if you are new around here. And thanks for pretty much 504,000 subscribers. That's awesome of you guys. So we're going to start today off with the fun part. Community TOTS challenge to begin with. And then I'm going to do not 5, but 10 of the 80 plus player picks. They're not quite the 81 plus, are they? EA have sort of snuck in there with just a slightly worse one than normal, which I noticed. I saw that. But you know what? I reckon with 10 of them, we could maybe get some good fodder or something and hopefully pack a blue. That would be the ideal situation, right? So don't get anything from our TOTS challenge pack. So it's time to move over to this. There's also an 80 plus triple upgrade. Haven't done one of them yet. It requires a lot more rares and I don't know, maybe I'll test a couple of those out in tomorrow's episode, but right now I just wanted to stick to the player picks, because we all love player picks, don't we? So I don't think I completely nuked my club, but I got rid of probably quite a lot of the players in my club, and as you can see, we go along the line, we've got like 10 of these to do, and, well, let's get stuck into it, shall we? First player pick, oof, 80, 81, 81. Going to take a little Weghorst. All right, player pick number 2. Can we get slightly better than that? We can. 83, 83, 84. So we'll take the 84 Isco. No doubt about it. And then the third one, we get a TOTS. We get Odsonne Edouard, baby. We get the Frenchman from Celtic, 88 rated team of the season, who looks insane, by the way. 94 pace, 90 shooting, and then I think what was the fight? What was his? Sorry, that was dribbling, and his shooting is 89 with 82 passing and 86 physical. Oof. That's going to be a very, very nice player for us to hopefully try out and stuff at some point. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So, Van der Beek in the next one. Couple of 83s since the TOTS. What can we get in the next one here? 83s again. I'll take it. You know what? As long as they're not all like duplicates, then we'll absolutely take the fodder. I decided to just go ahead and take Militao there because the higher rated one was Weghorst and we've already got him. Next pack, we end up getting an 85 Donnarumma. Can't complain there. Good fodder. And then the final one, we get an 83 Visca. Visca? Not sure, but I'd say that was a bit of a dub. Obviously coming away with the team of the season from Community TOTS as well. That is my first community team of the season because the other two I packed were from EFL. So yeah, I mean, huge dub. He's going to make his way onto the bench for the rest of the weekend league. Who knows when he'll end up getting in the starting 11 or something. But I put a marksman on him. I've since discovered that I think everyone puts a maestro on Edouard because it gets his reactions or composure. I think it's reactions to go up by quite a lot. So, yeah, I will do that in future. But we're at 14 wins. Boys, we're at 14 and 4. And the aim here, the goal is to get to 17 wins. Now, we are going to get to 17 wins today. Spoiler alert. I mean, you can see it in the thumbnail. But it's just how long that's going to take. And how difficult is that road going to be? Because 14 and 4 is a stupidly high form for me. Plus 10 form. I think, depending on what time of day you play that, at plus 10 form, you could match up against literally all sorts. And this guy was insane. That's the only way I can describe it. He's just insane at the game. Completely played me off the park. I had a little look at his profile afterwards. He had all the pros on his friends list. I don't know if this is a pro. I don't I don't know all the names of all the pros out there, but I would assume that this is someone that finishes pretty high up. Definitely in the elites, I would say. And I was 5-1 down at halftime. I did get a goal. I decided I wasn't going to be quitting any of my games this weekend. I wanted to either try and learn from it, because from my perspective right here, if we're getting slapped in this game, if I can just try and learn to defend against him a little bit in the second half, maybe not concede 5 goals in the second half, we've learned a little something, and then that might have warmed me up a bit, all right? Trying my best not to get stressed here. I didn't really let this one bother me. I messaged him GG afterwards and moved on. It was absolutely fine. We lost 9-1. I mean, that's insane. But yeah, so GG's, bro. You're very, very, very good player compared to me. I sucked. So 14-4 becomes 14-5. We then come up against this, an RTG apparently. Very, very nice squad. Super meta, super OP. Not George Best, it's Johan Cruyff, isn't it? There was another guy that had George Best, and I just thought, the haircut, I thought it was Baby Best, but it was Johan Cruyff, of course. But I go 1-0 down. I actually go 2-0 down. So yeah, the point of not quitting in the last game was to hopefully warm me up a little bit and get me used to playing against good players, so that when I then go into the next game, I'll be all good. You know, I'll be sort of warmed up and ready to go, and hopefully outplay someone, because I'm used to playing against someone that beat me 9-1. Unfortunately, I think it might have taken a couple of games to warm me up, because I end up being 5-0 down after 37 minutes in this game. Oh my days, what is going on? Yeah, that right there is 14 goals in 2 games, or 1.5 games that I have conceded. Yikes. So, again, didn't quit. Thought I'd try and at least score a goal. And in the second half, we ended up getting a goal. And he scored right at the very end. So we drew the second half 1-1. I guess he took his foot off the gas. But maybe I learned a little bit of something. And that could get me ready for the rest of the games. You know, maybe they're the last 2 losses we take. And we just go ahead and get 3 wins now. And push our way up to 17. Another strong squad. You know, this guy as well played 5 at the back. I can't remember who goes centre-back, but he played 5-3-2, and that is not a fun formation to play against. And I end up going 1-0 up. I brought Poyal off. I actually brought Dybala off at the same time, like really early doors in that game, because I just knew that I needed my best attackers on the case if we were going to beat this guy with the 5 at the back. And it was Neres that actually scored the goal. Unfortunately for me, Team of the Year, Trent Alexander-Arnold, ends up getting a goal against me. That wing-back pushing up really hurts, because, you know, that's what the 5 at the back does, right? You have these players given that width, and then you also have 5 in defence when you go back. So I did actually get into the lead again, but he ran down the other end and scored with Bruno Fernandes. So into extra time we go. And I'm telling you right now, there was nothing to split us in extra time. AKA, we're going into a penalty shootout. Oh, dear Lord. My first penalty shootout of the weekend. I've saved a couple of penalties, and I've scored, I think, like 2 out of 3 penalties that I've taken this weekend. So I was feeling relatively confident, and both teams have scored to begin with. His super sub Diatta steps up and scores again, and I was noticing a little bit of a pattern. I think after the next one, or maybe the one after that, I noticed a bit of a pattern. So I end up scoring with super sub Mbappe, and I think that's what it does, right? It puts the subs at the very front of the list, which doesn't ever make sense to me. I want like there to be a setting in the tactics next year so you can choose your penalty takers from your entire squad, right? And then it just removes the starting 11 players if they've been substituted, rather than just randomly giving you your subs to begin with. So I noticed that this guy was going one way, then the other, then one way, then the other. So when Ronaldo stepped up, I decided to go the way that I thought he was going to go, basing it off the pattern, and I actually save it, leaving it up to Ryan Kent to get me the win. We're off the mark, boys. We've got that win that we require from today's episode, all right? And it was against a sweaty 5 at the back. So that makes it feel really good. All right. That game annoyed me more than the 2 major losses, because I don't like that formation. I don't like it. So, hey, we've scored, right? We've won one. So we're up to 15 wins. We're now committed to the 17. I think if I'd have lost another couple in a row, I probably would have just left it at 14. Nah, too much stress. Just leave it. We'll carry on next week. But we have 15 now, so we've got somewhere to work towards. We have to get there. And I do go 1-0 up, but made it super simple for him to get the equaliser with some poor defending. But El Shaarawy just cuts it back inside, knocks it to Ronaldo, who scoots past the defender and absolutely rifles it home. Banging goal from the Portugueser. So at half-time, I've had all the efforts, but he's had all the possession. Going into the second half then, can we extend our lead? It's looking likely because we're pushing up here on the attack. Mbappe, the super sub, knocks it into Kent, who just, again, rifles it home. Love that. And then Tavernier plays one. I think he does an offside trap. He does like a classic Lasty offside trap as well, which is a terribly timed one. And I whip it in. Ronaldo scores the goal. I think at like 3-1 down, this guy went ultra attacking. I smashed one home with Kent as well to go 5-1 up after 53 minutes, and then he just stopped playing, rubber banded it for the rest of the game. So I think I scored a couple of goals. This one right here, oof, a cheeky Rabona, we love it. But yeah, I just ended up passing it around, taking weird shots, just doing what I could to pass the time as the game and the clock ran down, and I get the win. So that is 2 wins in a row. We're up to 16, just one more needed. Could this opponent right here be the final player we need to come up against? Well, he has got a crazy team with moments Eto'o as well. And he does score first, unfortunately. He gets that goal with Rashford, the UCL version, I think it was. And a second with Rashford. Ah, damn it. So we're 2-0 down at half-time, getting kind of smashed as well with the possession and everything. This was a decent player, and I couldn't quite make anything work. And as you can see, I think I went ultra attacking in the from the second half, just to try and get something back in this game. Didn't work out for me, but it starts to work out for me. You know, we go 3-0 down, but we whip one into the box. Ronaldo's there, bangs that one home, 3-1. We get into the box again. Ronaldo gets taken out by Rio Ferdinand, and Tavernier steps up and makes it 3-2. So I had so much momentum going on here, and then I absolutely ruined it. Love that. What are you doing, Tom? I genuinely think if I hadn't have done that, I equalise and I win that game. He was a good player, better than me, but I think I just had the momentum to keep going. And then I just completely ruined it. So I lost the game 4-2, and we go into another one. Hopefully this can be the final game that we need for the Weekend League to get our goal 2. Lots of 5-star skillers I noticed there, but a great ball through to Neres, knocking it into CR7, and that's a beautiful volley. Might be the best goal we've scored this weekend. I love the way, the technique, the finish, it was just awesome. And then Ronaldo knocks it to Neres. So much power on that left foot to smash it into the roof of the net to put me 2-0 up. And look at this, big tackle from Hermoso. Let's counter. Rooney to Ronaldo, scoot past that defender. What are we going to do? We're going to cut inside. We're going to knock it to Neres on the right foot. Alisson gets a hand to it. It's not enough. My opponent's going to rage quit. Lasty's going to walk away with 17 wins. Things you love to see. So what we've guaranteed there, boys and girls, is that we will be getting 2 red player picks this week. Each red player pick will have 4 players come across the screen, and at least one of them from each pick will be from the community TOTS. Guaranteed, apparently. You know, they could all be from community TOTS if we get super lucky, but guaranteed from community TOTS at least one. It could be the lowest rated one, and then we end up taking an EFL TOTS because he's higher rated and looks better. But the chance of getting like the Real Madrid centre mid, the Wan-Bissaka, the Harvey Barnes, you know, they're a bit higher now. So I'm happy. 17-7. 14-4 to 17-7 means we went 3-3 in our last 6 games. But I did say to you, I think it's going to get a lot more difficult. We conceded a whole bunch as well. In terms of my strike force, let's get to Ronaldo and stuff. Dybala, I don't think is going to play much more for the club. I really love my 5-star skillers. 706 goals, 224 assists in 400 and something games. 68 goals, 44 assists in 67 games for Kent. He is unbelievable as well. And then El Shaarawy, again, didn't absolutely love him. I did prefer it when Mbappe came on at cam, and I did prefer it. I much preferred it when Neres comes on for Dybala at cam as well. Overall, the 4-2-2, massive success for me this weekend. To get 17 wins and only take 7 losses, I mean, for me, that's really good. Obviously, there were 6 games left there. Could have pushed on, but, I mean, as I'm recording this, I've just literally stopped, edited, recorded this, and it's 10:30 at night. So, I wanted to not play anymore and relax for a bit. So I've still got 3 games of Rivals, I think, left out of my 30 that I could play, which might potentially, if we got good results, push me into rank 1. Other than that, we've secured rank 2 with the amount of games we've played this week. So it'll either be rare mega packs or it might be ultimate packs, depending on what we can get done. I'll take a look at the Rivals tomorrow. I'll do some more player picks, perhaps. I'll do whatever other SBCs have come out over the last couple of days. So yeah, guys, if you could do me the hugest favour, although it's a tiny favour really, all it is smashing a thumbs up. Doesn't take long. Hit the little button, hit the thumbs up, and we're golden. 4,000 likes is your target. Now, also, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be great. Thank you for that. And finally, my Twitter, my Instagram are down below in the description. Come and follow me. See what I'm putting up on my stories. See what I'm tweeting. I look forward to talking to you guys over there. Have a great day. Take it easy. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Again, let me know in the comment section what players you've managed to get from your player picks or whatever. I'm curious to know. Have a great one, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.